Well,
Good morning, all. On behalf of Civic Exchange and the Hong Kong UST Institute for the Environment and the Business School, let me give you a very warm welcome and thank you for joining us this morning. In the next an hour and a half, we invite you to serve with us the way for creating Hong Kong as a regional green finance hub. 25 years ago, in 1993, Hong Kong rode on the first wave of opportunities for its financial market created by the opening up of China and the country's need to finance the corporate restructuring and business expansion of its state-owned enterprises. Hong Kong created the H-share listing regime and turned itself into the major capital market for Chinese enterprises to raise funds and also for the international investing community access to the emerging China market and opportunities. Hong Kong became number one in market capitalization for its IPO, and significant prosperity were enjoyed by all. We are seeing a second wave of opportunities for our financial market in the shape of the emergence of green finance into the mainstream. However, this time, the role of financial markets is wider than GDP growth or maximizing profits or returns or making more money for the world to create more productions and consumptions. This second wave is about creating a financial market that is built on sustainable investment and moving finance or green finance into the mainstream. So what do we mean by green finance? For our purpose, green finance includes financing the low carbon and climate resilient infrastructures, as well as practices that fully embed sustainability, environmental and climate issues across business and in the financial services industry. This is vastly important for the human race. If we do not invest in clean fuel, in renewable energy, in conservation of our natural capital, and other actions to enhance our climate resilience and adaptation, we may not have a business in the long run. And if we continue to invest in such businesses without regard to the business risks, we might suffer significant financial losses. So think about beverages businesses like Coca-Cola and Vitasoil without water. Think about manufacturers who manufacture jeans and T-shirts who goes without cotton, and think about the floodings and severe weather that force us to shut down our businesses. Now, so how big is this market? China and countries across Asia are seeking to accelerate their transformation to a low-carbon economy, to address these environmental challenges and to access the finance to finance their sustainable environment. In order to meet regional obligation under the Paris Agreement and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, the Asian Development Bank estimated that $1.7 trillion per year is required to fund climate-smart infrastructure in emerging Asia alone. Now, China is the world's largest emitter of carbon dioxide and greenhouse gases. The People's Bank of China forecasts that China needs to spend over $1 trillion annually for the next 5 years to meet its environmental targets, which the government has the capacity to finance only 15%. The rest must be met by private sources. Hong Kong is in a unique position with a sophisticated capital market infrastructure and superior strength and expertise in serving global and China markets to assume the role as an ideal green finance hub. This forum will explore whether Hong Kong can and will take full advantage of the new needs and opportunities at hand, and ride on this wave to reach our next higher destination to our financial markets' place in the global economy. To kickstart this conversation, we are very pleased and honored to have invited Mr. Joseph Chen, Undersecretary for the Financial Services and Treasury Bureau, to give us the opening address. We know that green finance is on the government agenda as a priority for our next financial market development. This is mentioned in the policy address and also in the recent budget announcement that the government is taking a lead to embark on a sovereign green finance, green bond program worth up to 100 billion Hong Kong dollars. The FSTB is the government bureau leading in this initiative. So Mr. Chen will present the official panorama from Hong Kong government's point of view, with special emphasis on the green bond announcement recently and other plans related to green finance on the horizon in the Hong Kong government. So without further ado, may I invite Joseph Chen, Undersecretary for FSTB, to come to the stage and join us. Thank you.